Hey everybody, this is GGB co-host Poppers. Today we're going to get back into the independents at ACC Buccaneers. They're actually going to get another chance because of the 12 seconds added back onto the clock with the 20-yard line. So weirdly enough, I think stopping the game might have given the independent Chiefs some points, and I'm sorry for that, but I had to stop recording, so I don't know what to do. I doubt this will change how the course of events of the game, and if the Bucs still end up on top, or if the independent Chiefs end up winning by more than a field goal, I mean, I'm not gonna feel bad. But if they end up winning by a field goal, I might feel a little bit bad. Or it's a tie ball game, but it gives Justin Yoon an opportunity to kick this field goal with 12 seconds left. Let's see if he can make it. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up. It is good. It is an 11-point ball game heading into halftime. Sean Kaiser with the nice hold. Justin Yoon with the boot, despite being the worst kicker in the entire game of Madden. Lamar Jackson is just going to take knees to end the half here. But, yeah, honestly, I think they had a good drive. I think they kind of deserve to get points out of it. So I'm not going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel bad. I refuse to feel bad. I don't think this is going to change the events of how anything changes during this game. So, yeah. Independent Chiefs actually to kick off. So they're going to get the ball after halftime. So again, the field goal does mean a decent amount because you get a touchdown then after halftime. You can make it a 4-point game, which is it would be very nice for the independent Chiefs if that was the case. If they could get that, Justin Yoon's kickoff is good. It's going to be returnable, obviously, by Jamison Crowder. He's going to bring it out to about the 25-yard line before being tackled. First and 10, they're just going to take knees end to half. But what's exciting is the third quarter of action here, guys. The Independents have put up quite a fight. I've actually been rather impressed with how they've played this game so far. They've been really rather solid defensively. There's been a couple of quirks. You got to work out how to stop Lamar Jackson because so far I don't know if you've been able to. You got to figure out how to do something defensively to make sure that they don't get a touchdown every time. They've only forced one punt so far. So, again, not ideal if you're the independent Chiefs defense. You got to figure that out. But outside of that, your offense has been extremely solid. You would love to get the running game going a little bit more because most of your yards on the ground has really come from Taysom Hill making a play. Taysom Hill has been huge tonight for this team. He's really stepped up, but you could use other plays to step up. Kickoff by Harrison Butker. It's going to be in the end zone. It's likely to give it a knee by Golden Tate. It was. And onto the field comes Taysom Hill. And this offense, it's interesting. Let's say that. I think, honestly, you look at the stats, it doesn't seem like the offense has been doing that well. Taysom Hill's barely thrown for 100 yards. The receivers haven't been killing it. Kyle Rudolph only has a couple of catches. But then you look at this score, and it's only an 11-point ball game. That's a large part of because Taysom Hill's ability to scramble. 2 tight ends set here, actually, with Tyler Eifert on the field. They didn't bring him out much. Jamal Williams, that may actually get the carry this time. Shotgun for Taysom Hill. They actually split out Jamal Williams in motion, so it's going to be a pass. So that makes it a little bit interesting. 4-man rush. He fires it underneath to Kyle Rudolph. Quick pass there. Gets about 8 yards on the play. And again, Taysom Hill has been almost perfect today. As you can see, 21 of 22, 173 yards. Again, I guess a little bit more than I was saying. But this offensive line has handled themselves beautifully today against such a great defensive line. 103 rushing yards, and I would like to see how many of them are from Taysom Hill, because it's the only thing consistently on offense. So they actually go pass here, they bring a blitz, he scrambles out to the right, and he's going to have a lot of running room. He slides, picks up 14 yards, again, 109 yards on the ground. They only have, 140? I mean, it has not been a huge day on the ground for this team outside of Taysom Hill. If you don't include those Taysom Hill rushing yards, then you don't have a great rushing day. But I would love to see Jamal Williams get some more handoffs if they go under center. I think he really is a talented back. And really, none of the running backs have been involved all that much. Theo Riddick's on the field for this play. I'd be very Yeah. Throws underneath. It's going to be caught by Will Fuller. Keeps his feet, and he picks up 9 yards. That was a pretty impressive play by Will Fuller. I was going to say I was surprised if it would be a run. That's normally not what they use. They don't typically use Theo Riddick in that kind of play. They haven't really used him a lot today. They haven't used either back a lot today. Been relying a lot of Taysom through the air. 2 tight end set. I wouldn't be surprised if they go play action, maybe a deep shot with Will Fuller. They actually go run up the middle for Jamal Williams, who's quickly tackled for a loss of a yard. Jamal Williams has been about as unproductively as humanly possible here today. Outside of that one touchdown, let's just say you would not be doing great if you had him on your fantasy squad. You would not be killing it offensively, getting a lot of points. You'd have like 6 points. But yeah, brings up an interesting 3rd and 2. You haven't been able to run it all day, which makes you think you might have to pass it. Actually, they go, I think this is likely going to be a run. They bring 2 tight ends and Anthony Sherman on the field. So they go a weird play action pass. I don't know, with this offense, it's possible. They go run up the middle with Jamal Williams, who's going to get stuffed for next to no gain. Gains about a yard. Brings up a 4th and 1, and I don't know. I'd go for it. I really would. You're at the 44-yard line. If you punt for a touchback, it's only a 24-yard gain, and you're down by 11 points. I feel like you take that risk at this point, considering your defense has yet to been able to stop them. I really want to go for it a lot, though, especially on 4th and 1s. But you haven't been able to consistently run, so I understand the point against it. But I think I would probably go for it. Maybe actually you give. Dang it, what's his name? I forgot his name. I forgot the name of the fullback, but they actually go punt here with Tyler Newsome. I don't know if this is the best decision considering the offense has been so good, but they do punt it. He's going to pin him inside the 10 probably, 5-yard line. Great punt by Johnny Townsend, but I'm a little bit concerned about if... And by the way, the special teams has been really consistent here today, weirdly enough, considering that Tyler Newsome is not a great punter in the league, and Justin Yoon is the worst kicker possible. They've both been extremely solid here today, which is interesting. But down 11 points, you got to make a stop here. If you are the independent Chiefs defense, you got to figure out how to stop literally everyone. I'm sorry, they haven't done a horrible job, but Lamar Jackson's just been able to get it to everyone. 2 tight ends set here with Eric Ebron. They bring Eric Ebron in motion. Looks like it might be a run to Dalvin Cook. They do go run with Dalvin Cook. He runs out of the middle. He's going to get tackled there by, I believe... I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith's his name, I'm pretty sure. Harrison Smith makes the tackle there. 2nd and 7. And they could really use him to activate his superstar X-Factor ability. I mean, he's a good player. They could really use him. He's one of their better ones. So, shotgun here for Lamar Jackson. I doubt this one's going to be a run. They go pass. There's plenty of time to read the field. He fires it underneath Jamison Crowder, who picks up yet another 1st down. But an absolute magnet here lately. 221 yards again for Lamar Jackson. So, it hasn't been... 221 yards it's a pretty good productive day, I guess, and a half. But Jamison Crowder has probably been their most reliable passing target, weirdly enough. Deandre Hopkins has not been killing it, which, I mean, that would be a success if you're the independent defense. But they've still been murdering you. Put up 28 points and a half. So 4-man rush here. They actually go run with Dalvin Cook, who has a lot of room to run, but he gets tackled for only about a 5-yard gain. And Dalvin Cook has 6-yard gain. I'm sorry. He has not seemed like he's been killing it. But he has 70 yards already on the ground. So, I mean, if I'm the ACC Bucs, I think I just run it with Dalvin Cook a whole bunch. They haven't seemed to be able to stop him. They haven't been able to stop really anybody. It's the problem, though. Whenever Lamar Jackson wants to throw it, he finds someone open. It's not like he's having problems with that. And if he wants to run it, Dalvin Cook's obviously been great, and Lamar Jackson can run himself. So they really bring a 4-man rush here. Fires it underneath. That was looking like to be to Jamison Crowder, but it was forced incomplete. Brings up an early 3rd and 4. So big 3rd down here. If you're the independent Chiefs defense, you got to force a stop. hopefully you get pressure on him, because so far you have yet to be able to get some pressure on the guy, and that's kind of what you need at this point of this game. Likely going to be a passing down here. Might be a little bit of a blitz. They actually drop 3 men in coverage, and he fires it underneath to Tyler Boyd, I think. Maybe Devontae Parker. And he's going to pick up the first down regardless. And it turns out dropping the third guy in coverage doesn't do much if he's a defensive lineman. I mean, sure, he couldn't throw it immediately, but the guy just sat there. And just eventually Devontae Parker opened wide the heck up. And another big first down for this ACC Bucks. And let's be honest, with a touchdown here, it makes it an 18-point ball game. That might put it out of reach for this independent Chiefs team. 2 tight end set here with Eric Ebron on the field. You go run up the middle with Dalvin Cook, who picks up about 5 yards on the game run. And I mean, it's consistent. He's getting about 5 yards every single time he runs the ball. I don't know. I stick with him running the ball. It works. It has worked extremely well, so I don't know why you would shy away from it. Again, 2 tight end set with Eric Ebron and Darren Waller on opposite sides of the field. Actually bring Eric Ebron in motion. Actually bring him back. So he takes out a player. Dalvin Cook has a huge hole. He makes a juke move. He's going to go all the way for a 60-yard touchdown. Dalvin Cook making the ACC Bucks fans on their feet with his 60-yard touchdown. And yeah, as I said before, 18 points is a lot to come back from. Now we've seen worse, closer comebacks. We saw the Mountain West almost come back from a 20-point deficit, and we saw the MAC almost come back from a 17-point deficit. But I just thought of it. We've yet to see really a comeback. Really. Yeah, so, I mean, that's not on the side of the independents, is that there's yet to be a comeback, really. So the kick is up and good by Harrison Butker, makes it an 18-point game. There's yet to be a real comeback. Now, there's been close comebacks. Americans made it close against the Mountain West. Mountain West made it close against the Big Ten. The MAC made it close against the Big 12. But, yeah, hasn't been a real comeback. The comeback has not been completed so far in these playoffs. So, I mean, but we did get our first upset yesterday with the Big 12. So, I mean, anything's possible. We could get our first comeback here by the independents. But Taysom Hill's going to have to be as big as he's been all night. I don't think that's anything I'm worried about. I'm worried about the defense. Again, you're going to have to eventually get a stop. And I don't know if it's possible the way the defense is playing right now. So kickoff is off by Harrison Butker. Looks like it's going to be returnable by Golden Tate. He's going to take it out. He has the blocks to get up to about the 22-yard line. Not great decision on the return. We yet to see a kickoff return, which is disappointing to me. I would love to see a kickoff return for a touchdown, or at least a great kickoff return. We have some pretty good players back there returning kickoffs, so I don't know. We might get it when Tyreek Hill returns some stuff, but 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And again, it's got to be Taysom Hill here on this drive. It's been hard all night for you on the ground with Jamal Williams and Theo Riddick. Obviously, you have them on the field for in case you want to run, for the threat of running it. But I wouldn't run it. I'd keep Theo Riddick on the field at all times because he provides more of a passing threat. And they ran it, and he got immediately tackled. Again, Theo Riddick has been not good. Neither has Jamal Williams. So, really, again, it's been all Taysom on the ground. It's really been all on Taysom to provide a ground game. And he's providing the ground game. He's providing the air game. He really hasn't. He's really been everything independent fans can hope for in this game. And it's likely he's going to be his last game as a starting quarterback for this team. So, he's going all out. He's playing his hardest if he doesn't win tonight. Bring a blitz. It's time. He fires it. And that's going to be incomplete to Chase Claypool. Guy was sitting on the crow route. 3rd and 10. A pretty big 3rd and 10 because you can't give it back to this offense, which has been so good here today. Taysom Hill's got to be able to read the field. I think you got to go to Will Fuller. He's been your most consistent player. Maybe Kyle Rudolph can pick up that first down. I don't know if he can get that 10 yards, though. They bring a 4-man rush. He fires it to an open Theo Riddick, but he only picks up about 7 yards on the play. Brings up a 4th and 3. They're going to have to punt this ball away. And, yeah, I don't know. Daniel Sorensen does not look happy that he has to go back on the field, neither does Matthias Farley. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand Fred Warner, but your defense has got to get a stop. It is time. If there ever was a time to force a stop to get you back into this game or force a turnover, looking at you, Fred Warner, who has 2 drop picks so far, it would be now. It would be now. Or Theoretic with a catch. He hasn't been able to provide as much as I expected him to. Honestly, offensively, I expected him to catch a lot of passes, go to the backfield. I mean, he was killing it in the wild card game. Tyler Newsome punt this ball away. Tyler Newsome needs to have a good punt here. The punt is off. It's going to be returnable at the 25-yard line. He's going to be tackled around the 29-yard line. So flip it from your 29-yard line to the other 29-yard line. Jamison Crowder can't get much on the return there. And DeAndre Hopkins, again, he has not done much. He really hasn't. And what's killed you so far is the ground game, which is what you can't get going, which is it's really kind of ironic. You can't get the ground game going, but that's what's killing you on the other side. It really is. Dalvin Cook has been murdering you on the ground. What is it, 130-yard, 2 touchdowns now? He has time to get more. 2 tight ends set here. There he run. I feel like they just run the ball. They actually go pass here. They bring a blitz. He fires it underneath to Aaron Waller, who's quickly tackled for only about a 3-yard gain. And, I mean, you'll take that if you're the independent Chiefs every day. It was a nice reaction by the defense. You thought they were going to run it, and they actually ended up passing for it. And they didn't. They actually probably helped you. The run probably would have gotten more yardage than that. So 2nd and 7 here. 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter before this episode's over. And, I mean, if I am Lamar Jackson in this offense, I think you just keep running with Dalvin Cook, regardless of what they show you in the box. 1 tight end set here. They go run up the middle with Dalvin Cook, who's quickly tackled by Harrison Smith, and that's what we need more of for Harrison Smith. Well, it looks like for about a loss, maybe no gain. Looks like a no gain. So 3rd and 7. You know how I was talking about this way? You need to force a stop here if the independent Chiefs and you want to stay in this ball game. They're starting to actually play like they need to get this stop. So 3rd and 7, big time play for Lamar Jackson in this offense. Shotgun here. They go pass. He has time, although he's eventually pressured. He goes out of the pocket. He scrambles. He's going to pick up that first down, although not by a lot, just barely. But Fred Warner makes the tackle. That was disappointing if you're an independent Chiefs fan because you had a chance to get that stop, get the ACC Bucs offense off the field. And Lamar Jackson's scrambling ability hurts you once again in this game. He gets outside the pocket. They lose contain, and Fred Warner makes the tackle, but it's a little bit too late. He ends up picking up that first down. And, big first down for this offense to keep the chains moving. I think you keep running with Dalvin Cook. I understand he got tackled last time. Looks like a 2 tight end set here again with Darren Waller. Actually, 3 tight end set here. They go run with Dalvin Cook. He's going to get tackled for about 7-yard gain, though. I mean, that's good in the ACC Bucs. Just keep running it with Dalvin Cook, and you probably will win this football game. Jalen Smith makes his first tackle of the ball game. I expected him to be a bigger part of this team than he has turned out to be. 1 tight end set here with Darren Waller, so I think it's likely going to be a pass. They do go pass here. He has time. He fires it to Dalvin Cook in the backfield, who's going to get tackled for a loss of 2 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 5. So, again, this could be another time. See, I knew the linebackers were going to play well. Fred Warner is a really good linebacker. Kyle Van Noy is a really good linebacker. Now, Jalen Smith's been a little bit of a disappointment here today. He hasn't done as much as I thought he would. But Darren Waller hasn't been able to get going really offensively, which is Darren Waller, 2 of the players I thought would be better, Darren Waller and DeAndre Hopkins, they've both been really shut down. Tyler Boyd, we haven't heard a lot from him, or Devontae Parker. Jamison Crowder's been the one that's really been killing them through the air. So shotgun here for Lamar Jackson with 1 tight end set here. It looks like it might be a 5-man blitz. Back out. It looks like it's still a 5-man blitz is on. Actually, drop out of a 4-man rush. Fires it. He might have picked up that first down. I don't know until they... 4th and inches. Huge tackle. First catch of the ball game for Eric Ebron, but he's unable to get enough. Huge tackle by Fred Warner in this offense. And Taysom Hill is hyping up his team. Why was Stephon Tuitt not on the field for that play? But yeah, it was very good defense by... I don't know what really... I swear that's not Fred Warner. It looks like Jalen Smith to me. But a big tackle, regardless. Keeping him short of the sticks. Bradley Pinion to punt this ball away. I'm actually going to pin him inside the 10, I believe, probably. Actually, he kind of shanks this one, and he puts him at the 35-yard line. Great field position. Only, looking in hindsight, probably should have gone for it. Only about 15 yards difference, and you were at a 4th and inches. Hindsight's 20/20, though. And Chiefs have excellent field position. If they get a touchdown here, though, they can make it an 11-point ball game. Which is what we entered the quarter with, but still. But Taysom Hill's got to get this offense going a little bit better here. Empty set here. This is probably what I would go with. I don't know if I'd even have Theo Riddick or any of the running backs on the field. They bring a 4-man rush. He runs to the outside. He's got a lot of running room. He has a lot of running room. He's going to take it all the way down to the 34-yard line of the other team. Oh my God, 31-yard run, and he had so much running room after that guy was like covering the receiver, but you need to go after Taysom Hill in that instance, and Taysom Hill ends up making a huge play down the sidelines. And 1st and 10. I mean, this is what has made this offense so dynamic, and it's been Taysom Hill's ability to get outside the pocket and make plays. So under center here, this might actually be a run to Jamal Williams. Weirdly enough, they go actually pitch. He's going to make a nice little spin move. Probably his best run of the day for about a yard. That's a weird thing to say. Probably his best run of the day was up the middle for that touchdown. But that was probably one of his better plays of the day with a little spin move. Only getting to about a yard, though. But you have to... You got to keep, threatening them with the ground game. They actually bring Theo Riddick on the... Actually, is that Jamal Williams? I can't tell. The only we can tell is the hair. Shotgun here, it's Jamal Williams. He has plenty of time. He fires it to an open Golden Tate, who's going to pick up 6 yards, make it a 3rd and 2. Normally, I would suggest running this ball. But I don't know when you're not playing well. When you're not running the ball, whether if you should run it or not. I don't know. They actually have Theo Riddick on the field, so likely not going to be a run. It might be a 5-man rush here by the Bucs. They actually drop out. Actually, they don't. They bring another blitz. Taysom Hill's a lot of room to scramble, though. He's going to bring it all the way to the 4-yard line. 23-yard scramble there by Taysom Hill. He's approaching 200 yards in the game. And, this has been the offense. And it's been a productive part of the offense. It forces you... I mean, you got to figure out something if you're the ACC Bucs. If you're the ACC Bucs, you're either going to be facing... You might be facing Aaron Rodgers next week. But if you play like this, I'm telling you, if you make it past the independent Chiefs, you play like this against Aaron Rodgers, he's going to eat you alive. You can't keep contained. You can't have a spy on him. It's been bad. Shotgun here for Taysom Hill. They go run with Theo Riddick. He's actually going to fight for 2 yards, which was impressive because he was really hit in the backfield. So good hard running there, which is something that I haven't been able to say about anyone other than Taysom Hill for this independent Chiefs. But yeah, it's 2nd and goal. It's interesting. Normally I would suggest running it up the middle a lot. But the way you've been able to run the ball, I don't know if I would. I bring Theo Riddick onto the field again. I don't know if that was false start or offsides. False start, that hurts an offense a lot more than an offsides penalty would. It hurts a defense. But... it makes the 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line instead of the 2, which is a huge thing. It makes a difference between you're really right at the cusp, then you're going to have to either run this ball and hope you get yardage, or you're going to have to try and pass this to get in the end zone. 2 tight end set here with Jamal Williams in the field. Normally would mean running, but I don't know if you run it here. They actually go pass. It's a lot of time to fire it to an open Kyle Rudolph, but he drops it. Taysom Hill is not being helped out by his players. Kyle Rudolph had the guy. It's delivered perfectly by Taysom Hill, and it's just dropped, and that's not good. That's not a good way to win this game if you're the Independent Chiefs. You're going to have to kick this field goal if you don't get it, make it a 15-point ball game. They bring Theoretic in motion. They toss it to him in the backfield. He has a lot of running room, but he's going to get tackled. Great defense there by Jair Alexander. And Theoretic hasn't been able to get it going through the ground, which is interesting. I probably would have done that play on second down, if I'm going to be honest. Get it a little bit closer, because I didn't expect that one to be a touchdown. He had a little bit of running room. I'm not gonna lie. If he cuts that to the outside, it doesn't stumble. He might have the touchdown, but he cuts back inside for some reason. He stumbles, and that's why he ends up not getting that touchdown there. But 2 minutes left in this episode, so I bet they take this field goal. Yeah, with Justin Yoon, make it a 15-point ball game. But dang, they really wasted an opportunity there. The false start really hindered them. The kick is up. It is good by Justin Yoon, 15-point ball game. But yeah, they really kind of wasted an opportunity. They really were given one when they shanked that punt from the 35-yard line. Taysom Hill was able to drive them down this football field all the way down to the 2-yard line. And he did the false start penalty. Kyle Rudolph drops an open pass. You really could not put anything. Taysom Hill literally read that play has played almost perfectly this game. I've yet to see a throw where I thought, that was probably not a wise throw. I mean, the throw to the end zone, even though it was incomplete, it was the correct decision. That's going to be returnable by Jamison Crowder. He's going to bring it up to about the 24-yard line, so not a bad return at all by Jamison Crowder. Would have gotten another yard if he had not returned it, but still. And Dalvin Cook comes back on the field, and he's been killing it. I don't know any other way to say it. He's been their most dominant player offensively, which I expected to be DeAndre Hopkins, but I wasn't surprised when it was Dalvin Cook. I wasn't surprised at all. Dalvin Cook is a phenomenal player for the Minnesota Vikings in real life. Top 5 running back in the NFL. And I sincerely believe that he might be a major reason if they win today of why they won. So it looks like a 2 tight end set here. They go run up the middle with Dalvin Cook, who has room to pick up about 4 yards on the ground. Tackled there by, I believe, Stephon Tuitt. Actually, Fred Warner makes the tackle. They credit him with the tackle. And 2nd and 6. The defense, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if you actually gain any great players next year. You might actually get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah on the roster, but shotgun here, they're actually going to throw it. He fires it. Ooh, that was a perfect opportunity to capitalize, and if you're in the Independent Chiefs, overthrown there by Lamar Jackson. It was in a general vicinity of a lot of Independence players, and that could have been huge. But big 3rd and 6 again. If you force a punt, you can go down and score a touchdown, make it an 8-point ball game. I think that'd be really good if you're the Independent Chiefs. I mean, you couldn't ask for much more from your defense if they can force a stop here. 3rd and 6. Let's see if they can do it. They bring 2 tight ends, so you got to be worried about the run if you're the Independent Chiefs, but I think it's going to be a pass. They actually split out Dalvin Cook wide. So, 4-man rush here. He scrambles. He's going to juke Fred Warner. He has a lot of room to run. He's going to get tackled by Harrison Smith. And, big-time play stepping up for Lamar Jackson. He could have been tackled short of that first down marker, and I would have been like, that makes sense. Fred Warner was right there to make the tackle, but he ends up making a great juke move to juke out Fred Warner and the other guy, and he's able to pick up a lot of yards before Harrison Smith is able to tackle him. But that really stings if you're a Independent Chiefs fan. But 1st and 10, 48-yard line, 2 tight end set here, likely going to end up being another run to Dalvin Cook up the middle. Yeah, they go run up the middle with Dalvin Cook, who's going to get tackled. Great play on the outside made by Mr. Romeo Okwara. Yeah, I haven't been able to say his name a lot today, but big play made by him there. 2nd and 13. As long as you don't let him get a whole bunch of yardage, you can have a reasonable 3rd down to try, although I think we could be coming to the end of this episode, everyone. But yeah, I've been really kind of impressed with the Independent Chiefs defense after that first drive offensively by the ACC. They've been able to step it up. Looks like a weird formation here. It's spread. I think the 3-man rush is throwing me off. They throw it quickly. Oh, to a wide open Tyler Boyd for a first down. Anyways, that was confusing. But that's going to be 2 seconds left. The clock's going to run out. I can almost guarantee it. It does run out. We're going to be in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Hey, everybody, this is GGB Ghost Pepper saying adios, amigos.